Okay, now let's start. Can you start by asking like the questions you said you have?
Uh, there are several.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, from the video of last time,
Mm-hmm.
you are calling a process, if I would call it a process,
Mm-hmm.
GCC.
Mm-hmm.
Is it whatever? Is it pre-installed on the Mac system, or you have to install it as a third-party software?
GCC.
Mm.
You can install it. It is part of GNU tools. Mhm. There. Let me see. GCC. GCC. You can install it, or you can install. There is. I believe there are several ways to install compilers, but particularly the GCC one. This GNU is it is it is how can I call it? It is a group of people there to support open source softwares. So when Linux system has been made, like when Linus Torvald decided to build the Linux operating system, there is this guy called Stallman. I don't remember the other name of this guy, and he was like mm, a voice to the open source softwares, and he wanted
Okay.
he wanted people to get freely the source of some important programs, including an operating system which has been Linux,
Yes.
and some tools, some softwares to help developers to build softwares, of course. And
Mm.
in GNU uh, we have what? Can I see that? Let me see. We have like the compiler itself. We have um, what else do we have? We have many things like to help. This is the documentation for GCC. That's not what I want. I want just to see. No, this is GNU operating system, but GNU itself. How can I get on the? Okay, here is
Earlier,
the.
cut you short.
Hmm?
What I was saying
Mm-hmm.
is because from the previous video and what you are trying to show in terms of the difference between ahead of time compiler, compiled, interpreted.
Mm-hmm.
You once went to your terminal and you said, let me just run CC. So I was asking you because I tried to do the same thing you are doing,
Mm-hmm.
but it could not do on mine.
It
So I
couldn't.
needed to know third party. Yeah, is it a third party software that we install on the Mac OS so that when you run it or when you call it, it's already installed? Is it it comes with Mac OS, or it is a third party software that you have to install so that when you call it, it is there?
So
That is what
you
I wanted to know.
okay? I think you have to install it.
Mm.
You have to install it through. Do you have? Let me be sure. Do you have Brew? Brew?
No.
No, not okay. I wanted to say GCC, not GSS. GCC. Let me see if. if that if I can even do that. I can install. You have to install brew, brew, brew.
It is brew, mister. It's brew coffee.
Yeah,
Brewing.
you have to install it. It is a package manager. It helps you
Mm.
like installing several packages, several uh, programs to use. It is very handy. You have to install it. Let me see.
Mm.
Do I have? You just yeah. It is homebrew. I see their website. You copy this command and it will download and install brew, and then you will be able to install uh, several things. I think even I can install GCC from this one. Let me check from here. GCC. Yeah, for sure you can custom GCC and cross compiler. Homebrew depends on. Okay. You can.
Is the link you can send me on WhatsApp so I can?
Mm, yeah, you can install GCC from that, but I don't think we need that very much because um, will not we will not continue with C programming.
Okay.
Uh, Instead, you, I think we should focus on interpreted languages, especially
Mm.
JavaScript.
Yes.
And with JavaScript, we need to install Node. You told me you have Node.js, or
Node.js.
can
I
you
have
type?
this one. I have
Can you type in your terminal
my
Node
node
in your
and
terminal?
enter.
Hmm?
Node and enter.
Yes.
It says command not found.
Okay. You need to install it. That one you really need to install it like right now. You install it from the. I think the easiest way is just to download it from their website, and that is their website. So and uh, as we are downloading it, let me just. What is Node and why do we need Node? You
Yeah, you
see.
can
Mhm.
just go ahead and yeah.
Yes. You remember
And
that.
for most users, there is a current. Where are we going? On
Uh,
their website, there is 18.17, and then there is 20.5.
Take 18.17.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Okay,
saying something.
you can.
Yeah, you are saying that.
Okay, I
Mm,
even delete Python. We don't need Python. We are going to focus on JavaScript. So,
okay.
as I explained in the previous video or class, I say that for ahead of time compiled languages, we need like to have the
Mm,
compiler to compile the source code into an executable, and we get the executable, we run it on our system.
mm,
But for the interpreted languages, it is a little bit different, but not that different, because we also need an interpreter, or what
mm,
we most of the time what we call also sometimes uh, I'm not sure that it is technically totally correct, but we call it again like a runtime,
mm,
meaning we have we need another program to run our program. Whereas in the interpreted world, in the compiled world, I mean, we only need the compiler. The compiler compiles our source code, and we immediately have something to use, like something to run on our system without needing any other program to run for us the executable. But with these compiled languages, I mean interpreted languages, we need a program to run our program, and that's where we
compiled and interpreted, and they're very confusing. So I have to like there is a low level compiled, high level interpreted. There is a point in your video
mm-hmm,
at the near the end. When you start in the beginning, there are only two categories:
mm-hmm.
low level and interpreted.
No,
And then at the end,
I'm
near the
sorry.
end,
There is let's say we have
yes,
two ways to categorize our languages. The first
yes,
way is categorizing the languages by uh, the way the way we run it. Let me say like that.
yes.
Like
Mm,
uh, the like all of the languages, we write code. We write some
yes,
code, and
yes,
the like the process we need to take our source code until we have the result on our computer, until we have the computer run our code. There is a process in between.
yes.
So we can go through the compiler or through the interpreter.
Mm,
Thus, we have interpreted languages and compiled languages.
yeah.
So, and we have another way to look to look on those languages.
Just 1 second, Sylvia. Pick for me this call. Tell the person that I've already picked it. Just ask them who they are, and you can tell them I'm in a meet. Yes.
Mhm. The second way I was saying, we can judge the the languages by
Mm,
how close do they how close are they compared to the binary zeros and ones processor language.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
if
yeah. I remember that.
yeah, if we are judging them by I remember also what we talked last time.
I still
So,
understand what. I remember.
so when you are judging them based on how close are they to the zeros and ones, to the processors,
Mm,
the computer's language, we say they are high level or low level languages.
mm,
And I said the lowest is to write the code using zeros and ones, like binary, straight to use
yes.
the opcode, like the code, you know, when I say 001, I mean what, and you write those 00 and ones and zeros and
Mm,
ones, and you write your
mm,
program. The next level, it is somehow higher compared to the binary, but it is still low. It is the
yes.
assembly language.
Mm,
And from assembly, we have C, we have C++, and when we begin to be, we start being normal human beings.
yeah.
We start using JavaScript and Python and Julia and other programming languages. That means we have two ways to compare languages. One being how higher, how is it compared to
Divide
the
it from the human being
uh
or
is it
how?
close to human being or human beings or close to the hardware?
Close to the hardware is now the low level.
Yes. And that one perspective. The other perspective is uh, are they compiled or interpreted to get to run to the hardware? Because either ways we need to have zeros and ones to for our software to run um, uh, to run it.
Yes.
So if we
Your signal
don't,
is going up and down. I lost you there. There is something came, then
but now I'm back.
yes.
Okay, so and when we start saying this language is it is a low level language, we mean it is closer to the hardware.
Mm.
What is happening to my
It is your
camera?
internet, I think.
I don't think so. Okay, if we need, if we compile our program into binary, that is a compiled language. If we use a runtime to assist us while without compiling, because there are other runtime we okay, that's what I'm going to explain like
Yes,
further.
yes.
Yes, are there
Yeah.
other questions?
Let me see. Actually, all my questions came from. You know, I told you I ran that video like 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
This year I've asked you, and then interpreted versus compiled versus low level languages versus English like language, higher level, executable. Is it possible conversion from byte to bits? Yeah, that is not a question. Um, you mentioned object dump. What is that?
Okay, object dump is
Compiler and oh, I go one by one. Okay,
object dump
maybe
is
maybe two remaining, not so many.
it is a tool I used to disassemble uh, like to take my binary and get
Mm,
uh, like my executable, I mean, and get
mm.
the actual binary code, the zeros and ones,
The
and
zeros and
to
ones, and even F's.
yes, and
F was there. Whatever that was.
yes, I explained how we can represent binary into hexadecimal, and
Yes.
hexadecimal is like a simpler way to represent the binary. And another thing was the that tool object dump, it even gives you assembly code, assembly language code, assembly language
Is
code.
it included in the Mac OS,
Object dump,
or you have to download it and install it?
I think when can you try to write object dump,
Yeah, the other one I saw it's running now.
the
Node
node.
is running now. Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
but Node is running. If I continue with object dump, is it going to be running inside Node, or
No,
how
you
do
just
we?
you first cancel that. You use Control C to cancel node, and you return to the you return back to the normal terminal like
And
shell.
I object dump. I type object dump.
OBG dump, I think.
These things yeah, that one is running. So I think it is
Yeah,
either
you
installed by one of the others.
yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
the reason why I was going back to these things is because
Mm-hmm.
it is good to know, like, if they're installed or whatever. So at the time when you are doing any exercises, we don't need to waste so much time that we need to be installing this or
Mm-hmm.
that, because from the first video, there were times where you wanted to explain something, and then you are talking to the duck there. You say, "What is this? This is not what happens. Let me go back here. What is this? Okay, it has come. Oh, okay, sorry. You know, it is just laying the pitch so that when we reach there, we're just cruising. I
But
would like to talk to the duck also myself, but taking the taking the trail from you, it is good to prepare myself so that we don't waste so much time.
okay.
That is the reason why I'm asking you all these things. Maybe the two questions that are remaining also are just like that. Compiler, that GCC is already there.
Mm-hmm.
Compiler is the same as the interpreter.
Not 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 the same, but I don't know what I did. I wanted to bring back the file I deleted. How can I do that? It's no longer there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Um, the compiler, it helps us to get from the source code we wrote to the executable to a program our computer can run, our CPU can run.
Yes.
Whereas our interpreter, it takes our source code, it it runs our source code, it compiles and run and gives you the output, everything in between.
It does everything.
Yes.
Interpreter does only that job of translating. Compiler does all of them.
No, you no, the compiler gives you a program to run. The interpreter
Yes.
runs.
Interpreter.
Yes, okay.
Interpreter.
Okay, it was the other way around.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
S-
safe to say the compiler is included in the interpretation.
Kinda, yes.
Okay.
Like
I think I'm getting it somehow.
yes, the details will see, like the truth, the real truth when we are going deep, deep, deep. But I think at some
Yeah,
point,
yeah, yeah.
at some extent, we can say that.
Yeah.
And
All right, let's continue.
because the interpreter, it is another software running on top of our software, like it is some code running on top of, or I mean, our code runs on top of the interpreter. It has some benefits, and it has some disadvantages. uh,
Advantages.
yes, most of the time, I think it is almost all the time, the interpreted languages are slower to the compiled languages,
Okay.
um, because the CPU has to run your code, to run the interpreter code and your code also. So let's start doing this. This is how you write, like, your comments in JavaScript. You write // and you start typing. Whatever you type will not be executed, or the interpreter will not care about that.
Yeah.
So I think you have opened your VS Code also. Have you?
Yes. But I'm not seeing your screen. I'm seeing
Oh,
your
you're not
screen.
seeing my screen.
No. Maybe now is the time to share it.
Yes. Let me share. Now you're seeing my screen.
It's presenting. Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing your screen now.
So you open your VS Code,
Yeah.
or you start. Mhm. Have you opened VS Code and
Yes.
you go to the file,
File.
open folder,
File. Open folder.
and you choose an empty folder you will be working with. You'll be working
New
in.
folder.
Yes, you can create a new folder.
I call it. I call it development. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There is a new. Should I remove the other ones that were there for purpose of
Yes.
not confusing?
How are you going to remove them? Don't delete anything.
Mm.
If you delete something there, you'll be deleting everything unless you don't need the things you're deleting.
Uh, I don't think I need them
Mm-hmm.
because I can always write them again.
Okay. That
For purpose of practice,
if so, you can delete.
I can always write them. Yes.
Now you create a new file in that, like you go to file in VS Code.
Mm.
Where is this? Okay. File, and then
I create
you
a
new file,
new file. Mm.
and you name it whatever you want.
I name it test one. Extension.
.js JavaScript, JS only.
Okay. I think I have an issue here with the issue with the folder or something
So let's do
because
this.
I've
Close
already
everything.
created.
Let me show you. Close everything.
I've quit Visual Code. Yes.
Okay. Open the terminal
I open the terminal. I'm there.
and type in cd space. Can you share your screen for a moment?
Uh, yeah. Let me share my screen. Screen is this one. We go to controls activities. It's now. I have to open Google.
Open Google.
I had not given it to reopen. I had not given it permission.
Okay. Otieno is back.
Very fast, eh?
Mm-hmm.
No joke.
Indeed.
No joke.
And I don't think we still have like time is passing so
Time
fast.
is flying. I've shared.
Mm-hmm. Now open your terminal.
I'm here on terminal.
No, I cannot see your terminal. You shared one window, not the entire screen. I'm seeing like your calendar.
Uh, now
No,
I didn't share my screen.
no, you didn't. You didn't. You shared the window.
I only shared this one.
Yes. Which one? I can. Okay. Yes, that one.
This is what I shared. So this terminal, it means I have to share my screen from within the Mac system. Apana,
No, no. You share it from team, like from this meeting. Like you go on their way, like on the share present. Was it present?
mm-hmm.
And now when you choose, there is Chrome tab, window, and entire screen.
Okay, let me go back there.
Stop sharing and you start all over. Okay, you click on present now.
Entire screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, entire screen. You click on the screen and you click share.
Yeah, I'd skipped that.
Hmm. Now I see. I see myself.
This is terminal.
Hmm.
Very well with a small head.
It is not that small. Now type in cd space desktop D capital. You start with D and tab to complete other things.
Desktop.
Okay, enter. Make dir mk dir. No, mk dir in one word.
You are teaching me those now.
Yes,
Make
space.
directory. Yeah.
And the name of the folder you will be working with on the desktop. We are going to create it on desktop. Enter. Okay, now code, write code for VS Code space the name of that folder. No, you delete VS Code. Code is for VS Code. That's what was.
Mm,
Yes. You don't have code.
not found.
Open your
Okay, I
VS
have
Code
it.
first. I don't remember well, but I think you'll click you press Control Shift P. If I no Command Shift P.
Sylvia is disturbing me, and she's your friend. So
I know she's very stubborn.
you wait. You wait. Hey, you know she's very stubborn, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And you send someone here who is stubborn. You wait there. Justin,
You're going?
I'm going to make a small call. Tango, I can call the guy after 6. Tell me control P.
Mm-hmm.
You said I do what? Control P.
I'm not seeing your VS Code. You have to do it in VS Code. You have to do it in VS Code. I'm not seeing your VS Code.
Okay, I heard you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here now.
Control Command Shift P.
Mm-hmm.
Type in
You're
path.
seeing it.
A copy path of active copy relative path. Install. Okay. You see the third one. Select the third
Shell
one.
in code.
Mm-hmm.
Shell command install code command in path.
Yes.
What is it trying to interpret?
I'll show you the result and you'll get it.
Okay.
Done? No.
I'm not seeing your screen. I'm supposed to go back to your screen.
No. Have you like you have you clicked on that one?
I was supposed to click on. You didn't tell me to click on it, Mister.
And what was it for?
Maybe you wanted me to get the control and shift and P, and
One hand.
then code
No, path.
path. But still, even code, it has brought the same thing
Yes, I see you have like
with many others.
yes.
I'm
You
supposed
select
to
that
click
one.
on.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Proceed. Okay.
Install successful.
Now close code. Open the terminal. I mean close it and reopen it.
Reopen it.
Restart. Yeah. And now type in code space desktop D capital. You can start typing desk and you use your tab key to okay. The development dev and tab okay. Enter. The use of the other command we used is to put like VS code in the terminal, if I can say so, like to put it in its path in the path shell will be looking into to run your program. Now you can open VS code from the terminal and and now you see we have uh, only that folder. We don't have other things you had previously in VS code.
Yeah, those other things.
Yes. Now go on file,
File.
new file, call it whatever you want, or close that, escape, go on escape. Now you see there with development where
Yes.
you see we have like this. Okay, that's okay. Click on that
New file.
and you name it
Whatever I want.
mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yes. Enter.
Enter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now write in console.log
Console.log.
parentheses
parenthesis. A parenthesis ni nani sasa?
Shift 9.
Space.
Shift 9.
Karawai no.
A quotes. Double quotes.
Quote.
Hello, whatever you want.
Hello, whatever you want. Hello, Tiano.
Now you say save. You save that one. Command S. Have you? Okay. Now
Yeah, it's
go on terminal. You see terminal on top? Not your other terminal, like
yes.
VS Code terminal, not there. Okay. No. Come back in VS Code. Developers don't really like to quit their VS Code. You see, we have their file, edit, selection, view, go, run, terminal.
Yes.
Yeah. And you click new terminal. Now we have our terminal below our code. That is awesome.
I was studying I went to the YouTube thing for this one. I know problem output debug. I just didn't know how to bring it there, but I knew it was there somewhere. Anyway, let's continue.
Now type in node space the name of the file.
Name of the file is with extension.
You can always use your tab to complete whatever you started writing. Now enter.
It has run it.
Yes, the hello Otieno, that's the output.
Yes.
Now we have node. Node is interpreting the source code, like it is compiling the code and running the code, everything until we have the output.
The output.
Yes. You get everything there. So now we'll be running in the terminal for now, even though for the web, for the front end, like me, for the UI, we run our code inside the browser, because the browser has an interpreter in it.
That one interpreter, it gives you really problems to
see,
to say it all the time. Interpret.
We should be coding in Rust or in C for me to avoid that word.
To escape interpreter.
Yeah.
Sylvia, switch on this light for me. The light. And switch off this one. Yeah. Back.
What happened?
It is getting dark here, so I'm back. Yeah, you can.
Either ways, you're still black.
If you talk like that, I'll beat you.
Okay. Let me now share my screen. You can always do whatever I'm doing. You are now able to do it. You whatever I type, you type.
But now I'm seeing you and what? And should I remove you?
if you want.
I mean, should I stop sharing my screen?
Yes,
Because now it a jagare.
you can stop sharing. Okay,
Jagara.
so I'll explain console.log, but for now this is the way to tell Node to print something in the terminal. Mm-hmm. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Okay. So JavaScript, I'm going to start explaining like main concepts in programming languages, but specifically for JavaScript.
Okay.
So we to all programs or all source code being in low level languages or in higher level languages like JavaScript, we have like some building blocks for the source code, for the code. Let me write let person name equals Otieno. Is it like that? Otieno.
Yes.
Now I can say we have so many things in this. Hi person name. I open my terminal and I run my program one file. Now I have like the same thing as what you had, but I have a lot. I need to explain myself what I did, but you can see the output. Hi Otieno.
Yeah.
Let me start from this first language. Now I mean from this first line. Actually, it is the second line because the first one is a comment.
Comment. Yes.
And this will not get executed. Now, this is what we call a variable. But before explaining that, let me write some comments here. This is how you can write several lines of comment. If you use these two slashes, I don't know how you call it, backslash,
Yeah,
slash.
//
Okay,
Not backward. This is forward.
this is forward slash.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. If you use the forward slash, you write your comment on the first line, the next line will be an instruction line, like your code to be run. But if I do this, I can write and go on the second line, even on the following one, even without these star symbols.
Okay.
This is how I write comments in multiple lines. Now,
Okay.
every program has whatever you write, we judge them by two things, like in any language, even human languages. We have what we call syntax and semantic.
Mm.
So syntax is like the actual words you are writing, or yes, let me call them words. Like here, the syntax, I wrote let person name equals Otieno in quotes
Yes.
and a semicolon at the end. Now, your syntax has to be valid. What does it mean? It means each word I wrote each keyword, let me say that we have keywords and we have some data. Everything I wrote has to be correct, and for it to be correct, if it is a keyword, the keyword has to be a valid JavaScript keyword. For instance, we have, like, let me write here, JS for JavaScript, JS keywords. Like, these are the words you have to use as JavaScript has intended.
Okay.
We have let, we have var, we have const, we have if, we have for, we have so many. Like, as for me to know English, I need to know
Yes.
English words. I start by knowing verb to be, A, B, C, D. Those are like those are the English alphabet. So,
Yes.
and in programming languages, we have like these keywords, and they have their meaning. And when you put together valid keywords, you are making up like the language. But if you put,
Okay.
I can write let and var, you see, I automatically have a red line on let, because these two
Yes.
keywords, they are valid keywords, but they cannot go together. As I cannot say, let me say, I cannot say b and put it, let me, what is an example? I can have two valid words, but they don't go together. That, I think
Yes.
you get
I
it.
get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you put together valid words in a valid way, like a valid combination, that is the semantic, like the meaning of it, gives it a meaning.
Mm.
So for this, let me delete this let. What is everything? Is my camera still there? Because I'm
Yes.
it is becoming dark also in my office. Anything changed? I
Yeah,
don't know.
the light is there. Yeah. You are brown, so I don't know.
I'm
It's
not
affecting the light.
brown.
And you told me I'm black and you are brown.
So, I was saying about this line. Let person is not a keyword. I can put anything I want here,
Mm.
any name, but it cannot be another keyword.
Or what goes with that one.
What?
It cannot be another keyword, or it can be when you say let's, then you follow it with another keyword, even if it makes sense.
No, it cannot make sense, because this let me first explain this second thing. This thing
Yes.
I wrote there, any name. This is what we call variables in programming languages. Variables, they're like, we are reserving a space in the memory to store our data, and that space, we give it a label. This is like a label
Okay.
to some space in our memory where our data will be saved, and the data comes after this equal sign.
Okay.
That means this let is saying, like, it is a keyword for creating a variable. What is a variable? The variable is a space to to store in some variables, like some data you can change
Yes.
later. Like for now, the name is Otieno. After the assignment, the assignment symbol. This equal is the assignment symbol. I'm saying like give me some space, and in that space store in Otieno. I can later say any name equals Mark Otieno. That means I changed whatever was in this one has become this one. If I say display any name, if I run it again, now I'm seeing hi Mark Otieno.
Upon the what was there before.
Yes, that means I overwritten whatever was in by this second assignment.
Yeah.
If I had said, like, if I say I take this line and put it there, I first say console.log any name, hi any name, and here I say hi any name. I'll get it print, like I'll get it twice saying hi Otieno before I change it, then I change it, then I say Mark, hi Mark Otieno.
I see.
You see it?
Yes.
So we you see this const keyword. If I use const keyword, const is also a variable keyword, a variable declaration keyword. But if I use const, I'm saying that you see, now I have an error. A moment. Amafaranga telefone se reka musezere mu minota urakeneye none reka nkoreshe umunsi n'undi sorry uyu nari ngiye gufungura website ya banki kandi ndahita biri kwirikodinga.
Lady, what she want?
Reka musezere mu minota icumi.
The one who came here, Guinness.
Mark Otieno.
Okay. Yes.
I'm back. And I have I have no more than 10 minutes.
It's all right.
So I was saying, now I have an error.
Yeah, I can see.
And the error is saying, reading here, assignment to constant variable. The const means it is a constant. This name is constant and cannot be changed. That's what the const says.
Okay.
The let is saying, give me a variable and I can change it whenever I want. The const, whenever I want. But if I, for now, if I don't change it, I don't reassign it another value, you see that it is running properly. I don't have any error because I didn't try to reassign. If I say any name equals something, this will cause problems, will cause troubles, because I cannot, this will not cause troubles. If I have const, then it will cause troubles, because I cannot reassign to a constant variable. Otieno, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
And you are getting me?
variable, I'll have to go through it again like 2 or 3 times. Const and variable.
Const and let. I was saying const and let, and we have this var. It is it is also a way to create a variable, and you see that we are now saying hi 3 dot hi dot because we reassigned any name, we gave it like a new value. That means we have 3 ways to create variables. We can create a variable using var, we can create a variable using let, we can create a variable using const. Those 3 starting keywords can be used to create variables. Variables are storage, are space in the memory where we store like data to use in our source code, in our program. Okay.
This one now, what you do, for the upper part, it was flowing properly until at the end. At the end, there is where I'm going to repeat. It's not an issue for you. Because when I go through them more, is how quickly I get them.
Okay.
The later part, it was good. Yeah.
Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about variables.
Yes.
I said like you create a variable by starting by either let or var or const. These 3.
Yes.
If you put it like in the beginning, let me say let age equals you look young, you look like 22. So
101.
I can say const no 6. Don't tell me I'm wrong, but I know you are M.
In this day and age, maybe you don't know. Things are not easy.
These days, things are not easy. Okay, so you see, I have let, const, and var. I'm basically doing the same thing. I mean, but how the JavaScript will take those 3 variables. I have 3 variables: age, sex, and any name. Those are my variables. But JavaScript will take them differently. For example, I can change age and name, but I cannot change sex because it starts with the const. Yes. And the other thing, after declaring a variable, you always I'll call him back. I see I have a call. After you declare a variable, you have to assign it, to give it its value, and the value has a type. The type can be a number. You see, I used 22. The type can be a string, can be date, can be other things. I'll come back on the types, on different types. But to declare a variable, you use let, const, or var, and you use an assignment sign, like the equal sign here, and you put the value, and that value has to be of certain type. And another thing, you can assign variables to variables. Let's say I can say previously I had person name, and I can now say any name. That means I'm creating a new variable called person name, and I'm taking whatever in any name will go into
Including
person name.
yeah.
And now I can say, hi, I'm Mark, and I'm um, age years old. Years old. If I run this, hi, I'm dot dot dot, and I'm 22 years old. I'm saying dot because of this
Picking from
reassignment.
yeah, yeah. It is picking from the other keywords that
Yes.
we used.
But if I do that, if I delete it, now I see, hi, I'm Otieno and I'm 22 years old.
Naona.
Okay, let's stop here.
Yeah.
At least we started writing some code.
Mm.
Next time we'll go deeper and speak and talk about other uh, valid keyword, and we start to dig into semantic. You see, I have semicolon at the end, but these days JavaScript accepts to remove them. You can either have semicolon or not have semicolon at the end of each line. But normally I like to put them there just to say my line ends there.
Okay.
Yes. Let's stop there, and we'll we'll go deeper next time.
Okay, actually, they send me the link.
The link to
So I can, yeah,
of this video.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it. Let me upload it like right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I will talk. I'm going to make a phone call myself also.
Sawa.